what we're going to do is we're going to work with Mariah here, and I'm going to show her the 4 different flexibility tests. One's going to be the trunk flexibility, where we have a piece of tape marking on the wall to see how far she goes beyond it as she rotates, or where she touches that. The second thing is I have a box that I've actually built right here that we will actually do the sit and reach, where you will sit down here, put your feet up here, and then reach as far as you can, and I'll measure it. The next one will be where you're checking your flexibility of your hips and stuff. So what we'll do is we have a 2x6 here, which they suggest using. You'll lay down, and then as you lift your leg up, we'll measure where it's at in accordance to your thigh, from your knee to your pelvis. And those are the 4 different exercises that we'll be doing, as well as your reach, measuring both sides of it. Sorry, it's a tight shirt. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the trunk rotation. So how to do that? First, you'll go about an arm's width away from it. Then you'll turn around and have your legs about a shoulder width apart. And this will be centered to your back. And what you'll do is you can move your knees, you can bend your knees, you can twist your torso, your hips, and you're going to reach. But you want to keep your arms parallel to the ground, and you want to see how far you can get there. And essentially the idea is that you can go ahead and reach out here, and I'll measure the distance, and we'll take from the left and the right, and we'll see how far you can get from there. All right, this is going to be our flexibility test for the trunk. Okay, let's go ahead and have you one step forward. All right, perfect. Okay, which side do you want to start with?
This way.
Okay, sounds good.
Left, I guess.
Great. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll come to this side so that way I can get a good measurement here. And you can, whoa, that is very good. Okay, great, 46. And let's go to the other side. How did that go? You doing okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. The other side. 47. Very good. That's great. I can't tell you, that's a lot more than I would assume I can do. All right, and then moving to the next one, we will actually do the sit and reach. So let's go ahead and have you we'll have you sit here, and we'll have you place your feet up to it, about shoulder width apart, about 12 inches, which is what that box is. And I will come in this side, and we will get some good measurements right here. And you get 3 chances for it. As you are reaching, try not to overextend it, because I've actually been told by multiple people that they've actually hurt themselves on this test because they were trying to extend as far as they could go. And actually, one of them was a very fit person. So don't try to overdo it, but get as far as you can without any pain or feeling any kind of extreme strain, and we'll measure it. So what you'll do is you'll place one hand forward, then the other hand on top of it, and then you're going to keep your legs locked and your feet straight. Go ahead and position your feet straight up against that. Perfect. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to reach, just find the edges. It was very quickly constructed, so over the hanging fibers there. Yeah, and then we can go ahead and do that. You can take 2. We'll take 2 just warm ones, and then the third one will be the nice and the test. So go ahead and just give it a shot. Yeah, and you just gotta hold it for like enough for me to measure, but it looks good. All right. So take a deep breath and then exhale. As you exhale, go ahead and slide. Good. Nice. You ready? Feel it. Okay. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, good. That was good. That was good. 7. All right. Now let's go ahead and we'll do it again. Remember, take a deep breath and then exhale. Nice. Very good. One further. 8.5. Do one more. Nice. That's getting some stretching. Loosen up a little. And like I said, don't try to hurt yourself. You gotta have hand over hand, so that way you're not extending just one arm and twisting the body, rotating. Okay, good job. Okay, we'll go 9 there. That was actually pretty good. But you should, I mean, generally you want to hold it there just so that we can get it, but that was good. Okay, and start moving along a little quickly. Let's go ahead and have you lay on the ground. Do you need any assistance? Is there any kind of issues I need to know about?
No.
All right. So this is actually going to go under the leg that we're not going to lift up straight up. Just kind of like I did before. You're not hurting. If you're lifting it, do it till it, I mean, you don't want to feel any pain. So which side do you want to start with? Okay. Set this underneath your leg. So this is going to go under your thigh or knee. So go ahead and go along with the tape. That's going to be there. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to lay down flat. You're going to keep your knee pressed to the wood piece and make sure that your foot is on the ground. So basically you're just going to keep your back on the ground, your hips on the ground, and you're going to raise that leg as high as you can get it and as straight as you can get it. Make sure that knee is locked and you have a dorsiflexion in the foot. So you're like, and then I'll see where it goes. And I'm actually going to place this over here, and we'll see where it lands on from your pelvis to your knee. Okay, and you've got to hold it for a little bit, so just go ahead. How's that board feel? Feel like it's good? Okay. Whenever you're ready. All right. Feel like you can go any further, or is that? Do you want to try to give it another shot, or? Okay. You don't have to strain it. I'm not asking you that. I'm more just wondering if you feel like you need a little bit of a warm up just to get used to that movement. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and we'll swap sides. Go ahead and lift your legs. Okay, perfect. Okay, and go ahead and at any time. Very nice. I'm gonna try it again. Very good. All right. Okay. So now we've gone ahead and done that flexibility test, and we're going to move on to the arm reach. So you're going to do, this is for your shoulder, and so what you're going to do is you're going to just try to reach. I'm sure you've done this before, where you're going to take one arm, you're going to bend the elbow and reach over, but you're going to make a fist, and then you're going to reach from the bottom. You're going to get as high as you can get, and then make a fist as well. I'm going to measure the distance between them. So first thing I'd like to do is get your measurement of your hand from the crevice to the tip of your finger. Roughly about 6.25 inches. This is going to be your measurement for how far the distance between them. Measure it by these. These are our measuring units here. Yes, you'll do both ends of this. So let's have you go ahead and you can stand towards me, and let's go ahead and take a step forward on the camera. So let's go ahead. We're going to do it on both sides. So keep that in mind. So go ahead and just reach. Yeah, that's perfect. And make both hands like this. Very good. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and try the other side. Okay, great. So what we'll do, I'll get these and put them together and give you the results for them, okay? Okay, so I've gone ahead and got the results of the tests. So for the trunk rotation, the first portion we did, you scored an excellent, which is the top. It's getting over 20 centimeters. You got well over that, reaching about 46 centimeters on one side, then the other side did great. So on the active straight leg raise, you scored a 2 on the right side. That's the one that you generally have some hip issues with, but you still did very well. We're measuring from the mid-thigh to the joint where the knee bends, and you still got within that range, so that's good. And there wasn't pain with it, or? That's good. Okay, and then on the right side, you scored a 3, which is where you got it up to, essentially between the mid-thigh to the hip, but you got it almost perpendicular to your other leg, so that was really good, with no pains, right? No pain. Okay, great, just wanted to make sure. And on the sit and reach, you got a 42 centimeters reaching, so that's essentially pretty average for all the information I entered into the website. It's the age, the sex, and how far you went, and it calculates it for you. So it was, you scored a 42 on that. Sorry, you scored a 52 on that, and you're on the average range for people in your bracket. For the shoulder mobility, where you're reaching, with your left arm first, the one that goes up, you scored a 2, where you did it about a little bit further than one measurement from your finger to your crease in your wrist, and that was a 1. And you got a 1.5 for the other side, a little bit below 1.5, which is also a 2. So you're within basically flexibility for your shoulders are within the same range, which is a good thing. Yeah, and essentially, those are all the results, and you performed them without any kind of pain. Go into, did you feel any strain or anything? I know the sit and reach one was a little bit painful, but it didn't hurt though, did it?
Yeah, just stretching.
Yeah, and so beyond that, do you have any questions? Looking either excellent or average, and in those flexibility areas. So you're looking great. That's what we would like to hear.
Good, thank you.